Okay, we are live. How's it going, everybody? Let me move this up here. Uh, by the way, you don't have to look at plain background anymore. I do have some new posters up, like I told you guys I would. We have we have baby baby Yoda, the child. I love this poster, and I got a Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse poster. It's all like backwards. So, anyway, how's it going, Zoe? How's it going, Art? Welcome into the stream. I want to know who's here. Let me know in the comments or in the chat. Let me know who's here. Let's get some hype in the chat, as Twitch streamers like to say. Anyway, let me just set this up real quick. I was watching the Yankee game, so I apologize. I was busy doing that real quick. They're still playing. But AMC theaters. Okay, I want to read this new report. AMC theaters and Universal deal. Okay, so this is on Variety. We're going to talk a little bit about this. We can also talk about anything you guys want in the chat. So let me know what you guys want to ask or talk about in the chat. We're just going to make this a nice, fun AMA as well. I'm just going to talk for a few minutes about this deal between Universal and AMC. Also, if you guys could do me a solid, like the stream and then also share it with a friend. Go and share it on Facebook or go and share it on Twitter or whatever social platform you can. Let's get more people in here. Let's just have fun. Let's talk about movies, guys. Why not? Let's continue to try to grow this community even more. Okay. All right. So here I'm still learning this new StreamYard, so give me a second here. Oh, share screen. Okay. This one right here. Okay. Hold on a second. Let me just situate this. Okay. Boom. Here we go. Awesome. So it says Universal Pictures and AMC Theaters have put aside a bitter feud and signed a multi-year agreement that will allow the studio's films to premiere on premium video on demand within 3 weeks of their theatrical debuts. The pact, sure to send shockwaves throughout the exhibition industry, has the potential to reshape the ways that movies are marketed and distributed. Rival studios are likely to begin pushing for exhibitors to grant them more flexibility when it comes to determining when and how their theatrical releases can make their way onto home entertainment platforms. Financial terms of the agreement were not disclosed. However, in a statement, AMC CEO Adam Aron said the company will share in these new revenue streams, which means that it will get a cut of any money made on these digital rentals. Universal only has the ability to put its movies on premium on demand, meaning the rentals that go for roughly $20 a pop. It cannot sell films or rent them for lower on-demand fees in the $3 to $6 range until 3 months after they debut in cinemas. So, what does this mean? Well, to me, this is a bad sign. I don't truly feel like this is a good deal. Now, I know that a lot of us were excited about this deal. We're like, oh, look, this is so great for us because I don't have to leave my home in order to go see a new movie. I can just rent it online, $20. I can go watch Jurassic World Dominion or what I think that's what they're calling it. And it'll be directly into my house. But there's an issue with this. Number one, Universal is going to make far less money than they would otherwise make, especially for big tentpole films like Jurassic World, like a Halloween Kills, and so on and so forth. This deal benefits the window for this time period, and I'm talking about the COVID time period. I don't know how long this deal is going to last for. I don't think I hope that it doesn't last for a very giant piece of time, because I think that this is an awful, awful deal for not only Universal, not only AMC, but for every other distributor. Because here's the thing you have to understand, guys. Here's the thing you have to understand. You might not like the fact that you have to pay a ton of money to go to the theater, and then you have to buy popcorn and soda and all this stuff. But do you understand the experience of going to the theater, watching a great film in theaters? I mean, sometimes we waste our time and money watching horrible movies. That's why I strongly recommend you get some type of membership program at your local theater. But the thing that you have to understand is that these are movies that make hundreds of millions of dollars. Not all of them do, but I'm talking about the big ones. Jurassic World and Halloween. Those are the two big franchises I can think of right now. If you guys can think of more, let me know. But losing out on the potential of making so much money for these giant franchises, I think is going to hurt Universal. Because Universal, you could say, oh, they have a lot of money. Not necessarily true. To make these giant films that cost hundreds of millions of dollars to make in some cases, they have to borrow from investors. They borrow money from other people. So you have to pay off these investors. And not only that, but a lot of their take that these studios make is within the first couple of weeks. What's going to happen is a lot of people aren't going to be supporting the theater. So a lot of the theaters are going to struggle as well with this, because what's going to happen is you're going to see people who are going to go, well, I could go to the theater, but why not invite 5 of my friends, rent the movie for $20, and have them all come over in just 2.5 weeks? To me, that is a horrible, horrible deal for the side of both the studio and the theater. Now, why does it affect the studio? Well, because the studio, they're not going to make nearly as much money. If you have Joe Schmo and he invites 8 of his friends to come watch Jurassic World Dominion, you only have to pay $20. $20. You could have everyone and their brother and sister come. And so you're losing out on what could be $80 if it's $10 a pop for a ticket, or if it's even more than that, $15, $20. We're talking, say there's 8 people, that's $160. Like, for you as a person, you're like, woo, awesome. I don't have to pay nearly as much money. I could just enjoy a movie with my family at home, and we only have to spend $20. It's great for us. But when you're looking at it from a business standpoint, because that's what it is. Movie making is about money, guys. That's essentially what it is. It's about making this. And if you're telling me that you're going to go ahead after 17 days, you're going to stop that release window in theaters and you're going to bring it to VOD, that's awful. That's really, really stupid. I don't understand this deal by AMC and Universal. I don't understand how it benefits AMC. I think it really is going to hurt AMC quite a bit. I don't see how it's going to really benefit Universal that much. Universal can talk all the crap that they want about how much money they made on Trolls World Tour. I'm telling you right now, guys, they did not make nearly that much money. They did not make nearly that much money. They are trying to cover things under the rug. They're trying to make it seem like they were so smart by releasing this movie on VOD, which, by the way, no one cared about a Trolls sequel. Let's be honest. I mean, who cares about watching Trolls or watching Scoob, even for that matter? But the thing is, these giant conglomerate movie studios, they're smart enough to realize, they should be smart enough to realize that they are going to make a large chunk of money with the help of theaters. And theaters are not going to be releasing these films in theaters at the exact same time that these movies are on VOD. They cannot do that. There's certain regulations and rules that basically permit theaters to do this, because essentially you're putting your chain at risk because you have so many time slots. And if you have a movie that's on VOD and they try to put it in the theater at the same time, and this is for any big giant chain, I'm not talking about your small ma and pa theaters that can run, movies that have been out in VOD and Blu-ray and stuff for weeks. I'm not talking about that. But and I love those theaters, but they serve a different purpose. They're kind of there for people who didn't have that opportunity to go see a movie in theaters that they really otherwise would want to see. So I understand that. But I'm talking about the big giant theater chains. I'm talking about AMC, Regal, Cinemark, all of the big companies. And the thing is, there is no possible way that they would ever release a movie and have it fill one of their time slots, because they only have a certain amount of time slots they can choose from. They only have a select number of theaters in their actual building. There's no way that they would actually put two movies coincide, one that's on VOD, one that's in theaters at the exact same time, have that movie play in the theater. That it's too much of a risk. It's too much of a liability, and it goes against the standards and the regulations that are in place. So that is my thought on all of this. I think it's a really bad deal. I think it's really dumb, and I think it really puts the other theater chains in a little bit of a rough situation, because the movie theater experience to me is far better than any experience I could have at home. That's just how it is. That's realistic for me. I get with this time with COVID, everyone wants to be safe, and I totally understand that, and people should. So I get that movies are dropping on VOD, like Bill and Ted. I'm totally fine watching that at home, which I'm going to. But I think that this is a deal that is just very dumb, and I don't like it. I don't like the deal. So those are my thoughts. What do you guys think? For those of you watching after the fact, let me know down below in the comments section of the video. And yeah, I want to get to your guys' thoughts and your guys' comments and opinions. So let's see. Give me a second. Okay. How's it going, Art? It's good to see you. Oh yeah, I already went through this. I exist. It's good to see you, Numanoid. It's been a while. You should have a poster for Greyhound. Well, I haven't been able to find a poster for Greyhound, and to be honest, I've not even seen Greyhound. So I kind of wanted to go with posters that I really liked. This, obviously you guys know me with Star Wars. This Mandalorian poster is amazing, and then the Spider-Man poster into the Spider-Verse. I love that movie. It's a great poster as well, and I'm definitely going to get more as well. The Baby Yoda poster is allowed to stay. Yeah, don't you guys love it? It's such a cool poster. I really, really do love it. It looks so good. Here, I can give you the full effect. That's kind of where. So they're pretty tall posters. Let's see. Yoda, yeah, Yoda's awesome. Let's see. From looking at a lot of your recent videos, you're definitely getting a lot more views on most of your videos recently. Thank you, Numanoid. Yeah, I've changed a lot. I used to do the conventional movie reviews, and I like doing movie reviews. I really do, but it just wasn't. It wasn't. I just didn't really feel passionate about it, to be honest. Like I didn't see the merit, because there's so many people that do movie reviews, and I feel like, why would anybody want to listen to my opinion when you can listen to some of the best movie reviewers out there, like Stuckman and Johns and people of that status. So for me, talking with one of my good friends, Nathan Hale Movies, I know I bring him up a lot on the channel. We've collabed on quite a bit of videos. I saw what he was doing, and I talked to him a little bit about it, and I kind of felt inspired that I should go this different route with my channel, and it's been working, and I've really enjoyed it. I would love for all of us to continue to build up this community, get more people in here that love talking film, and so again, I ask if you guys could do everything you can, like this video, hit that subscribe button if you're new, for those of you watching after the fact, and also share one of my videos with some of your friends. That would be really awesome, and I just want to continue to see this community grow and build, because I think we have some amazing people in here, and I would love for this live stream to have like 15, 20 people just talking movies. That'd be awesome. I love this idea. I've been saying VOD is the wave of the future. It might only last a few years, but who knows? Movie theaters will never close down permanently like drive-in theaters. Well, I don't know, Art. I mean, I would love to say movie theaters will never close down permanently, and I hope that's the case. But if you have deals like this is going to hurt. And already the theaters are bleeding financially. This is just going to continue to have them bleed out. And it's so hard because we think of these movie theaters as like, oh, they make so much money, and they do in a way, but at the same time they don't. So I don't want to lose the theater experience, and I feel like people are more astute to staying at home and waiting just a couple months for a movie to be on VOD. I mean, we've seen the drop in people attending the theater. It's crazy to me. So I would love to say that the theater experience is never going to go away. Drive-in theaters, there's less than probably 100 in the entire country. I mean, right now there's a lot more because of COVID, but before this whole COVID thing, there was literally one drive-in theater within probably a good 200 miles from me, and I'm not exaggerating. And that theater was really close to me actually, so I would go to the drive-in theater quite a bit. I think we might even have one here, so I might have to do that as a date with my wife one of these days. Maybe for Bill and Ted, that would be awesome. Nick, I know you don't want to get political, but it's disingenuous to sideline the incompetence of the Trump administration during this pandemic. I don't get political. Let me just say this, okay? I'll say this, Zoe. Am I a Trump supporter? No. I think he's an idiot. I really do think he needs to shut his mouth. And my thing is, in terms of politics, like I look at both sides as both good and evil. There are evil in both sides. I mean, it's hard to say that one side is better than the other. And I don't get political. I don't want to get political. That's never my focus at all. You guys know that. I come in here to give you guys my thoughts on movies and kind of help us get away or detract ourselves from the political climate and the heat. But do I disagree with you? I don't disagree with you, Zoe. I mean, if you want my opinion, I really don't disagree with you. And it's funny because I grew up in a very conservative town. My family is very conservative, and I love my family. They you know, it is what it is. Everyone has their own difference of opinions. I don't think we should, you know, cancel people because of something that, you know, or some person that they. Okay. We should cancel people for the awful things that they do, the awful deeds that they do, and some of the things that they say. But for someone having a different political side than you and you're canceling that person is completely wrong, in my opinion, and it's invalid because so the thing is it's very I think disheartening when we try to you know, say certain things about certain people or try to cancel them because they're different than us. They have different opinions on the political side. That's all I'm going to say. But am I the biggest Trump supporter in the world? No, absolutely not. Again, I think that the dude he does more harm than good every time he speaks. The right has been wanting to kill the elite Hollywood, and they have. I mean, yeah, I don't really know. Another opinion that I have is my thing is when it comes to celebrities and actors and them taking a stance, I think it's important, but at the same time, I don't think you should dissect it too much because essentially these are people who are away from the country for a long period of time, and some of them are not even the most informed. So that's all I would say. I mean, just kind of have your own opinion. Don't try to just kind of bandwagon onto someone just because you idolize that person. That's kind of, I guess that's my thought on it. I don't want to get political. Let's talk about movies, guys. Let's keep this movie centric. So no worries, people. Variety is the spice of life. Options are good. Yeah, of course, man. I mean, where would we be without agency if we just all like conform to one idea? I mean, we'd be robots. And what fun would life be if everyone agreed with us? I mean, I don't think that would be fun at all. If everyone thought Star Wars was the greatest franchise ever, it'd be boring. You know, I love that there's people that hate Star Wars, that there's people that haven't even explored Star Wars, or don't know really much about it. So to me, it's great to have differing of opinions. Honestly, I think it's what keeps the world moving. And you know, having our agency and being allowed to choose what we want in life and what we want or what we don't want in life, I think that's something that should never be taken away from us. That's just the way that I see it, and I feel like that's kind of like the obvious choice. I'm sure there's fine print saying if this deal hurts studios theaters financially, they'll void the deal. So no worries, Nick. Calm down and have some popcorn. Thanks, Art. I mean, I'm calm. I'm not like jumping out of my seat. I'm not going to start a riot and try to get a movement going to get this deal nulled. I just think it's not a very smart move. That's just my opinion. And look, we don't know the real logistics of this deal. We don't know the financial side of this deal, but I think it's good though that at least somewhat, the theaters will get some money from VOD rentals. I think that that's a really, really nice thing for theaters because I don't think they would have made this deal otherwise if they didn't get anything out of it. Oh wow, there was a huge jump. Give me a second. Okay. Republicans have said that states can go bankrupt. They don't care, much less theaters. Oh man, let's get off the politics, man. Let's just focus this on movies, okay? I'm not even very informed, so I don't really have an opinion. Nick is thinking this deal is going to cost the people a lot of heartache. That's funny. It's funny that you bring that up, Art, because I had a teacher in high school. Every time I'd walk by the hallway, he'd always say, "It's going to cost you something," and I'm like, "Ha." Like at first, when I first heard it, I was like, "Oh, that's kind of clever." But after like the 80th time, I'm just like, yeah, this is old. He was a great guy, good teacher. Really enjoyed his class, but it was very interesting to say the least. I do like my last name. I guess when I was probably in like ninth grade, I kind of figured out like a cost that could be like a cross or like cost or it could kind of be used in like a funny way, I guess. So it's better than some of the last names that I've heard of. I have one of my brothers. It's kind of funny. His dad was going to name him, and I kid you not, guys. I kid you not. He was going to name my brother Matt, which is a normal name. He was going to name him Engelbert Humperdinck. I kid you not. That was going to be his name. Awful name, like Prince Humperdinck and Princess Bride. Duh. I don't know why I'm thinking of something else. Princess Bride's my favorite movie of all time. What am I doing? I recently watched Saving Private Ryan. That's awesome, man. It's a good movie. I haven't seen it in a long time. It's one that I feel like. Sorry, there's like something behind me. I feel like it's one of those movies that I don't remember extremely well. I've seen it, but it's been years since I've seen it. So I definitely have to go and revisit that one again. We care about your honest opinions, Nick. Speak up, do it true. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not going to give you guys BS, man. I give you what I feel. That's just how I am. I'm the type of person where I speak honestly and openly, and you're not going to get a side of me that's fake. I don't really care. If you don't like my opinion, then hey, that's the subjectivity of film, man. Like that's what I love about it. I don't want you guys to like my opinion on certain things. I want you guys sometimes to hate my takes on some things. That's how it is. That's how fandom in general works. I'm not going to sit here and pretend and say, oh, every Star Wars movie's good. Oh, Lucasfilm, I want to be hired by you. Every Star Wars film is perfect. No. I'm not going to do that crap. Like they have some bad films and I will speak up. Like I think The Rise of Skywalker is a piece of garbage. That's just how it is. If you guys love it, that's awesome. But I hate that movie. So yeah, you're going to get complete true me here on this channel. That's one thing you can definitely expect. I did one review for Blood Quantum, but it was more of a linear review of Jeff Barnaby's solution ending the oppression of natives. Interesting. I've never seen that movie. Never even heard of it. Blood Quantum. Let me look it up real quick. Blood Quantum. I think I've seen the cover of or the poster art of this movie. Like I'm pretty sure I saw the poster art of this movie once. But yeah, I've never seen it, so maybe I'll have to check it out. Thanks for putting it on my radar, Zoe. Like Nick says, I like movie theaters better than watching movies at home unless I'm watching a movie in my bed. Yeah, movies in bed are really nice, right? I don't even have a TV in my bedroom right now. We just have one in the living room and then one in the office. But no, for me personally, I just there's nothing better than the theater experience. Like imagine, guys, and I'm going to use last year's Avengers Endgame for this example. Imagine watching Endgame at home for the first time. Just imagine, like, it would be still a good movie and you'd still feel the same things you feel, but not to a amplified level that you do when you're sitting in the theater next to a bunch of other film fans. There's just something about it, that can never be replicated anywhere else. And I think that's to me that's the biggest selling point for me. And this is why I don't like this news, is because for me you can never replicate that experience at home. Now, when it comes to like movies like Trolls World Tour or even like Bill and Ted, which I'm super looking forward to Bill and Ted. I love the Bill and Ted movies. Cannot wait for this new one. I've loved the trailers so far. Um, I I'm gonna try to see if I can find it in a drive-in theater. To be honest, that's gonna be my first choice. But if I can't find it, then I'm just gonna rent it. But that's a movie that I'm okay watching at home. I'm not expecting it to be a spectacle, like a movie event of the year. I'm not expecting that. But like Tenet, there's no way I'm watching Tenet at home for the first time. There's no way. I'm watching that in the theater. That's just how it is. Um, because it's very comfy. I feel like I missed something. Am I missing something? No. It's very comfy. Yeah, it is very comfy. Being sitting on your bed watching a movie. Sorry, guys. I'm like confused. I thought I saw a comment in here earlier. Uh, let's see. Did I miss one? Oh, that's why. Oh, yeah. If you guys use cuss words, it's gonna have the comment's not gonna show up. So try to keep it PG, guys. That's another thing too. I try to kind of have a family friendly channel on here for the most part. So just try to keep your comments family friendly as much as you can. Just because also I saw that there was a comment on the actual video and not on here because it has to be approved or whatever. So let me go to that question real quick. Where is it? Is it down here? Is it all the way at the bottom? Sorry, guys. Give me a second. I'm trying to find this question here from Zoe. I did see your question, Zoe. Where is it? Okay, let me just read it from here. I'm not going to be able to show it on the screen. Tenet premiering overseas is a FU to America. We're not going to be able to see an American-made movie until after everyone else. It's really unfortunate, man. But you know what? It is a punishment. I mean, it really is a punishment to us. I think it sucks. Like, I'm not happy about it, but at the same time, I understand. I understand it. Why should we get the pleasure of having Tenet when oops, dang it. Sorry, guys. My phone. If we are still having issues with COVID, that's the way I see it. I think it's going to be heavily pirated though, which is going to be very tempting for a lot of people. Not for me. I don't pirate movies. I'm not that person. But it's going to be probably the most pirated film of the last like decade. All right. See, Numanoid. Have you watched Mulan 2? I know you watched the Disney sequel, and I'm just saying, but I think Mulan 2 is actually pretty good. I have not seen Mulan 2. I might have to put that one on my radar. It's one that I've definitely missed. Yeah, I've really only seen like the Cinderella movies, Lion King 1.5, the Beauty and the Beast, like Snow. I don't know what that one's called. Is it like Enchanted Christmas or something? It's like the one where they have Christmas, and I just remember like the shots of like them throwing snowballs at each other or something outside in the snow. Yeah, I've seen those ones. I've never seen any of the Aladdin sequels. So there's a lot of like those straight to VOD Disney movies that I have not watched. Let's see. Consider this Numanoid. The design of chair-like recliners in theaters is almost eating in a bed. We get that with the VOD. I mean, we do, but again, it's not the same experience, man. I mean, their speakers are way far superior than any speakers that you could probably ever buy. Their screen is bigger than any screen you'll ever be able to fit in your house or even outside for that matter, pretty much. It's just such an amazing experience that I just don't want. I don't want it to go away. I don't want it to be replicated either because it can't be. Everything has some sort of corruption because corruption runs very, very deep. That's very true. How's it going, Jeff? Nice to see you in the chat, man. It's good that you can make it. I agree with Zoe Dunes. Trump incompetence is itself pandemic. Again, we're not going to talk more politics, but I do not wait. No, I don't disagree with you. How about that? I didn't want to like say like a double negative and then have it be like what I'm not trying to say. So that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say what political side I'm on. Okay, guys, I get it. I know what we want to talk about today, but we're talking flicks here, okay? We don't talk left and right. Let's see. I'm going to turn my channel into War Machine against the Oh man, you guys are awesome. I hope there's still AMC theaters after the pandemic. Yeah, that's the thing. That's another reason why this deal is scary because these theaters are bleeding. Like AMC is really, really in financial cripple here. They're crippled financially from the situation. And again, obviously, this situation goes far beyond film and entertainment. I mean, this is a global pandemic that we're facing. It's some scary stuff. But when it comes to like just the movie side of it, I mean, everyone on a financial level is bleeding, unless you're these streaming channels like Netflix and Disney Plus and Hulu and all these companies, because essentially more people are at home, so more people are going to subscribe to these streaming channels and networks, because that's really the only place where you can get new entertainment and curated stuff every single week. There's only Cinemarks where I live. Really? Does Cinemark do a membership? They should. If they don't, then they need to get with the times and do a friggin' membership by now. I thought they did. Hold on for a second, guys. I just want to check. Yankees are losing. You guys can see where my head's at. I'm a giant Yankee fan. They're losing right now to the Red Sox, but I have faith. Anyway, it's all right if they lose anyway, because they're off to a really good start this season. I don't want them to lose, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's interesting. They should have like a membership plan, and if they don't, then they need to get with the times. But on movies, I'll say this. I listened to a recent episode of Real Blend, and they shot down Greyhound without even watching it. They hated the CGI. Is this that new movie on Apple TV or Apple TV Plus with Tom Hanks? Is this the movie you're talking? Greyhound? Is that what it is? Or is that something else? Greyhound. I think that's yeah, this one. I haven't seen it yet. I want to watch it. It's on my list of movies to watch. I just haven't gotten around to it. So I'll let you know when I watch the movie what I think about it. But yeah, when people shoot down movies that they haven't even watched, I mean, everybody does it. I do it too. I mean, I'll be like, oh, that movie's overrated, and I've never even seen the movie. But that's part of the reason, because it's so overrated or so overhyped. But then there's some times where you watch a movie and everyone overhypes it, and you're like, yep, I was right. So it is unfortunate, but I feel like a lot of us do that, Zoe, sometimes. Sometimes we don't want to like be in with the hype. And I was like that with Hamilton. Yeah, I watched 10 minutes of it and I was like, this is what everyone's freaking out about? Like, so what? How is this really cool? And then Jonathan Groff came on to screen and I immediately changed my tone. It's pretty good. It's really good, actually. I love AMC. The recliner seats are so nice. It's like watching a movie at home. Yeah, I do like AMC. I don't have I do have an AMC near me, a couple actually, because I live in the Salt Lake area, which is a very metropolis area. But is that the right word? Metropolis? I think I just stole that from Superman. I don't know. It's a metropolis type area. How about that? I think it's a word. Yeah, I think it's a word. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so I do have AMC theaters near me, but I am a Regal Unlimited member, so I do prefer Regal. I do like AMC's recliners a lot more, but in terms of service and overall membership and the to me, like what you get out of the membership, I do like Regal a lot more because here's the thing with AMC, you're only limited to 3 movies a week, which again, that's not that bad. That's actually really, really good, especially with the seats that they have and a lot of their amenities. But I tend to go to a theater at least probably twice a week, and there'll be days where I can watch 3 movies. So I watch literally 3 movies all in that one day, and then I'll come back the next day and watch like 1 or 2 more. If I like a movie enough, I'll go and see it again a second time that same week. And with Regal Unlimited, you can literally go however many times you want, and I love that option. So that's why I personally choose Regal. But yeah, AMC theaters are really, really nice. And I will never tell anybody that they should not be an AMC. What is it called? AMC Prime member? No. It's really, really nice. If I didn't like the Regal Unlimited service, or if it didn't even exist at this point, I would be an AMC A-list member. That's what it is, A-list. Yeah, and they get hard-ons for Marvel movies. You're talking about Real Blend. I mean, yeah. The thing is I don't know. It's a very, I don't want to say clickbait, but it's a very attractive franchise to talk a lot about on a YouTube channel. And I've made a lot of Marvel content. I'm still going to make more Marvel content in the future. Like I do enjoy the Marvel movies. I just don't think it's the greatest franchise ever. I think they have their blunders, and they have great war. I can't even say the word, world building aspects. But my biggest problem with Marvel is that they're the fake death universe. They kill everyone off, but they're not really dead ever. That's why I don't believe Tony Stark is dead. That's why I don't believe Captain America is completely done. I don't buy into the hype that Black Widow is done. Now Black Widow maybe a little bit more than the others, because Scarlett Johansson right now, her career is on fire. She is just going to continue to rise up and rise up. She's going to do way more dramatic roles that are going to lead her more towards award consideration. So I can see that one a lot more than Tony Stark. I definitely believe that they will bring Iron Man back. I know. It's almost not even like a I believe. It's basically like an I know, because essentially they're the fake death universe. I don't believe them. How many times have they killed Loki? I mean, there's so many plot holes and inconsistencies within the MCU that we kind of overlook sometimes. And I do love the franchise, but if I could criticize it, my biggest problem is that they never know how to truly end something. They're like, oh, we're going to kill this character. Oh, never mind. We're going to bring this character back. And yeah, people buy into the hype and people like that. But you can only do that gimmick for so long until people get tired of it. Right now, unfortunately for them, people haven't been sick of that gimmick. But I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm a little bit sick of the gimmick. I'm not going to lie. Loaded with CGI. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, a lot of movies. I mean, most movies today are made with CGI. I mean, even like a lot of the dramatic movies, or even like comedies, like even moments that you wouldn't think are CGI can be CGI. That's just how good the CGI has gotten. What's Greyhound? It's a movie that's on Apple TV Plus, Jeff. It's got Tom Hanks. It's about I think it's about World War II, if I'm not mistaken. He's like a command. I don't know. He's either like a captain or a commander of like the naval offices or something. I haven't seen the movie, but it's on Apple TV Plus. Some Apple exclusive. Yep. Matt escaped there. I don't know what you're saying, Matt. Are you talking about my brother, Matt? Oh, with Engelbert Humphrey. Yeah, you might be talking about that. Yeah, my brother Matt. His name is Matt. He lives. Well, actually, I don't need to tell you where he lives, but he's my stepbrother. So we're not biological siblings, but we act like we're biological siblings. So the Hobbit movies get criticized for the CGI, but they were the same people who created their own CGI for LOTR. Yeah, I haven't seen The Hobbit either. I like the CGI in Lord of the Rings. It definitely comes a long way. I think the CGI is a lot better in that than, say, the prequel trilogy. And it's kind of funny because at least one of the prequel trilogy films was made after Lord of the Rings. And I think that that's kind of when CGI got better. I'm not saying for every movie. There are terrible examples of CGI. I mean, look at, what was it that came out last year? 40 Meters Down, Uncaged or something like that. I hated that movie. What a piece of garbage film. And Sylvester Stallone's daughter cannot act to save her life. And anyway, the sharks in that movie looked horrendous. They looked so bad. So CGI works, and then it also doesn't work in a lot of cases. But Zoe, they created a lot of real sets for Lord of the Rings, and they blue screened the entire Hobbit movies. Did they really? I know that they created a lot of real sets for Lord of the Rings. I do know that. Like, I know certain instances of places where they shot Lord of the Rings. That's interesting. I mean, a lot of the MCU movies blue screen too. I wouldn't say that they blue screen the entire movie though. I will almost guarantee that they shot some of it out of the studio. They had to have. Yeah, from certain things that I've seen of like pictures, and I even watched like the first hour of the first movie years ago. There was a lot of outdoor shots that I'm like, that looks real to me. But maybe they did blue screen all of it. I don't know if I would say that they blue screened all of it though. That's kind of maybe stretching it a bit. Oh, Yankees tied it up again. Hold on, guys. Let me just see real quick what happened. I'm trying to like do this, and I was hoping the Yankee game wouldn't be late when Aaron Judge hit another home run, dude. He's so hot right now. That is crazy. Oh, they're winning 9-7. Oh, dude, that's awesome. That's really awesome. Aaron Judge is the best player in baseball right now. He's so hot, and it's great. I love me the Yankees, and they're winning against the Red Sox right now. Dang it! I'll have to watch that clip after we're done. I was hoping that the game was going to be in the afternoon, but of course it's Yankees and Red Sox. So Sunday night baseball is perfect for Yankees and Red Sox, even though the Red Sox are horrendous this year. And for any Red Sox fans in the chat, you're probably not liking that I said that, but it is true. They're not very good. And so when I had scheduled this, I didn't even look at the time of the game. So. But hey, I love talking with you guys. So, frick the new Star Wars trilogy. Look, I like Episode 7, Force Awakens. I like it quite a bit. I like it more. I think that I don't know. It's hard because I like the movie. There are things I don't like about it, but I think the more and more I watch it, the more I like. Last Jedi. Hey, I'm 50-50 on that movie. Like some days I love that movie. Some days I absolutely hate it. There are things I absolutely love. With the risks that they took, and then there are things that I absolutely hate with the things that they did. I know, I saw. Thanks. My wife was telling me Aaron Judge hit a home run. She's not a Yankee fan either, so it's kind of funny that she would tell me. But yeah, the Star Wars trilogy, the new Star Wars trilogy. I hate Rise of Skywalker, so for me, it's better than the prequel trilogy by maybe a little bit. And I really love Revenge of the Sith, so it's really hard. But I think that these last three movies sit a lot better with me than the prequels do, except for Rise of Skywalker. Like, I absolutely loathe that movie. Like, I hate that movie so much. And every time I try to watch it, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll like it a little bit more. Try to put my previous feelings aside, but I can't get over how bad that movie is. It really bothers me how lazy that movie is. Has become an art form. I prefer the look of Return of the Jedi. That movie looks more real than the later Star Wars movies. I actually agree. I agree with that. A lot of it is because it's practical, with the Ewoks and, a lot of the droids were built, even Jabba. Jabba was, a puppet. So, I love the original trilogy because I love the practical effects. A lot of those people were the same ones who worked on Dark Crystal, which I love that movie. I love the series. Go watch the series on Netflix. That is something you need to watch if you have not seen it. Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance, absolutely incredible. I want season 2. Give me season 2. It's like Game of Thrones with puppets, man. It's awesome. It's so good. Gosh, I love that show. I really, really love it. I want season 2 really bad. I don't know if they're going to make season 2. They haven't announced it. I mean, it is super expensive to make, but I have hope. I have hope. I mean, just one more season, you can end it. I don't care if it only goes 2 or 3 seasons. I just want a couple, like some more episodes of that show. But yeah, I do like, the look and feel of the original trilogy a lot more than the uh, the prequels and the new trilogy, especially the prequels. I mean, the prequels, especially Phantom Menace, has some awful CGI. I hate the George Lucas remastered versions though of the original trilogy because they try to put all this nasty looking CGI that just looks gross. Um, but it is what it is. I mean, is it really special effects when the whole movie consists of them? That's a good point. It is still though, honestly, Jeff. It's a good point. I mean, a lot of people have that same issue, but you have to look at special effects as a whole. Even if it is the whole movie and the whole movie consists of them, it's how you use them. I think that is the most effective thing. Like I think 1917 from last year is one of the best examples of special effects you will see. A lot of it's practical, and the things that they had to do with one take is absolutely amazing. They had to set everything right. Like it all had to be timed correctly. And it's just, yeah, it's got some amazing special effects. Have you ever asked your wife to roll down a hill with you? A la The Princess Bride? No, I haven't. I don't know. That doesn't sound fun to me. I do love that scene. As you wish. Yeah, I love that scene a lot. But I have to feel like that wasn't a pleasant experience. It was definitely painful. In the Star Wars comic, most of the capital ships, if not all, are traced from fan designs. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, some fan design stuff in the Star Wars franchise is absolutely amazing. Like some fans have like this amazing sensibility. One of them is Boss Logic. I think that dude is amazing. The posters that he creates are some of the best that I've ever seen. I don't know if he has his own shop, but I totally would love to buy some of those posters that he makes because they're just so cool. But yeah, and Boss Logic is probably like the one of the biggest fans on the planet. Like he's known for being like a celebrity in fandom, which is really cool. John Schnepp was the same way, and I rest in peace, John Schnepp. I really love John Schnepp. Wow, hold on, give me a second. Whoa, there was a huge jump. I hate when this happens. All right, in the news, Numanoid. My one friend is a Star Wars geek, and he hated this last trilogy because it deviated from canon, whatever that is. Whatever. So canon is essentially it's basically the collection that is accurate, that is deemed by the studio. So there's a lot of Star Wars books and a lot of Star Wars stories that are not deemed as canon, based on Disney and based on Lucasfilm, because they own the rights to Star Wars. And it's a lot like fan films. Like, for example, some of the bigger horror franchises like Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, whatever it is, they have like fan films. Like people will create fan films. And one of the things that they tell you is, look, this is not a actual story within the realistic realm of the franchise, right? But it's just what we like it to be. This is like a story that we had for this one particular character or this one thing. So canon involves everything that actually is true and loyal to the brand of Star Wars or whatever franchise it is, deemed by the owner of that said property. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope that's how I hope that you understood what I was saying by the way that I was trying to clarify. But that's what canon is. Let's see. When you look at the CGI up to Rogue One, they had nothing on the CGI for Blade Runner 2049 for Rachel. I've not seen Blade Runner 2049. I do love CGI though. It just depends. I don't like CGI in certain instances where CGI is not deemed appropriate, but like The Room. I don't know if you guys have seen The Room by Tommy Wiseau. They literally are the disaster artists actually. So in The Room, they shoot. There's this big sequence on top of a roof. Okay, and there's a couple things that happen, whether it be him throwing the water bottle down. complaining about, someone saying that he hit his girlfriend, whether it be him kind of being mad at Greg and them getting in fights, or whether it be Greg kind of holding this one guy off the edge of the roof. It's hilarious. If you have not seen The Room, definitely watch it. It's a horrible movie, but it's the best worst movie ever made. They actually, in The Disaster Artist, and I think that this is actually a real thing too, because if you look at The Room, you can tell that it's CGI. You can tell that it's green screen. Like, it's not a real sky. It's not even a real building either, because it all looks just so fake. And in The Disaster Artist, they have a little studio lot on the inside, and this is where they're going to shoot the film. And they have like green screen set up and stuff. And he takes like a little bit. He like makes the brick pattern for the building that's literally right across the street. And the DP, played by Seth Rogen, he's like, Tommy, why don't we just shoot across the street at that building? He's like, no, this is a real Hollywood movie. We make movie here. It's just really funny. So CGI, I think when it's necessary, it can be amazing, especially if they put in the time and the budget for it. But sometimes it can be really bad, and it can really be distracting. Tomas Dominguez, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. First time actually watching one of your streams. I have watched a couple of your videos, and so far I'm impressed, and I can't wait to see what's in store for your future videos. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that, Tomas. I've really been working hard to try to put in good content, and put in the hours, put in the work. I think that's the most important thing. I mean, I could continue to do movie reviews, but I'm not really getting anything out of that. I love editing, and I love the process of coming up with a creative video and an idea. And I love also getting inspiration from other people that have impressed me within the community. So thanks for being here, man. It's great to see you. Yes, Numanoid is a regular here. He's been here from the beginning. So I really appreciate you, Numanoid. You're awesome. By the way, you need to see more Chaplin films. Yeah, I know. I do. I definitely do. I'm guessing you saw mine and Nate's video. You probably came over from Nate's channel. Yeah, I've only seen Gold Rush. I was never a silent film guy. I'm not going to lie to you. I did not like the perspective of silent films. And then I took a film class my last semester of college. I'm graduated now. And one of the assignments was we had to watch a movie every week. And there were like different genres and different time periods of depending on the film industry. And we watched Gold Rush. And that was my first experience with a silent film. And then also in my class, we would watch like clips of The Kid and Nosferatu and the Cabinet. What is it? The Cabinet of Dr. Caligula or Caligara. I'm butchering it. You guys probably know what I'm talking about for those of you who love classic cinema. But and even what is it? Passion of Joan Arc. What is it called? Oh man. I'm blanking on the name, but I saw some clips from certain silent films, and I was really impressed. I really love Gold Rush. It's such a funny movie, and I can't wait to watch the Criterion. I haven't put it in yet. And I watched Vampire this week, and I expected it to be a silent film because I even said in the video, I was like, "This is a silent film," and I swear Nate said it was a silent film. So I buy it and I watch it, and it's not even a silent film. I was so surprised. So. Yeah, but a lot of the film is pretty silent, but it's definitely a talkie for sure. All right, again, guys, I don't want to talk about politics on here. I watched part of a Chaplin film on YouTube. That's awesome, man. I'm sorry I never responded to your email. I will get to it. This pandemic has me off my game. Looking for questions. Okay, here we go. If you want a quick movie to watch, it's pretty good tonight, Nick. Just search up Charlie Chaplin's The Great Dictator because it's on YouTube, and I've watched most of it, and I think it's pretty good. Yeah, Nate was telling me about that one. I definitely want to watch it. I've seen clips of that one as well. I think Chaplin was just a genius. I think what he was able to do in that era was so incredible. And what's amazing, this is what's amazing. Everyone knows who Charlie Chaplin is. Anybody who's an avid film fan or who is pursuing filmmaking, they know who Charlie Chaplin is. But this is interesting, guys. He has won one Oscar, and it wasn't even for acting or directing. He won for Best Original Score. Can you believe that? I can't remember what movie it was. It might have been one of his later films, but he never won an Academy Award for acting, directing, or even screenplay. Things that you would think that he would win. He actually won for Best Score. So that's pretty insane. There was a channel hiccup. Really? Oh, I'm sorry about that, man. Yeah, I didn't see it on my end, so I apologize for that. I have an AMC membership. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. He needs to watch Die Hard first. Yeah, I know. I haven't seen Die Hard. Okay. All right, moving on. There's a lot of movies that I've missed. There's some really good videos, especially from Film Stocked. He's great, Chris Bowie. He is doing, and I've seen it from him. I know other people are doing it, but I've seen it from him. He does like 100 movies I've missed. I'm actually going to do that premise, but it's going to be different. I'm actually going to start it probably this month. And I'll give you guys more details on that, but I'm very excited about. I'm actually going to do like 250 movies, and you'll see. I'll explain it in a future video, but I'm very excited. So Die Hard is definitely going to be on that list. Let's see. K-pop, more like K-poop. Yeah, I don't listen to K-pop, to be honest. Metropolitan, there we go. I said Metropolis, didn't I? I love Superman. I don't know what to tell you. My vocabulary is really bad. At 905, you were talking about Greyhound. It isn't that they're just people who are judging the movie who know nothing. Real Blend pitched themselves as money-making critics. It's absurd that they would burn those bridges, especially when one of them did an interview with Tom Hanks. I've never seen Real Blend. I don't even know if I've heard of them, to be honest. It's unfortunate. I mean, a lot of there are really great movie YouTube channels out there. A lot of the smaller guys, like I just said, Film Stocked is great. There's a couple others. Obviously my buddy Nate. If I didn't mention you, I apologize. I know that there's a ton of great content creators out there. Film Geeks is a good one. He's really, really good. He's Film Stock's good friend. That I definitely want to do collabs with both of them in the future. I think Jaren Talks Movies is another really good one. There's a lot of really, really good small YouTube channels that I'll have to make a video someday in the future and just talk about all of these different channels that have helped influence me and my content. And there's so much good content out there in terms of like YouTubers who aren't even the big guys, so I think it would be great if we can kind of keep this community growing for all of us, because I think all of us are trying to just do our part. And Jaren just he commented in the chat. Good to see you, Jaren. I'll get to your comment in a second. You're getting close here. How did you get into movies? By the way, I'm really below in the chat, or I'm really behind in the chat, I should say. I apologize. I'm trying to get through as many questions as possible. So I got into movies. I mean, when I was a kid, I grew up with movies. I think that was like my form of being able to relate to the world. I mean, I've been watching movies ever since I was like, probably a baby, to be honest. I really got into horror movies. Horror and Star Wars were like the two things I grew up with. My dad, although I'm not, I don't have a relationship with my dad to this day. My dad introduced me to Star Wars. He introduced me to horror. And when I was a kid, probably about like 4, maybe 3 or 4, that's as early as I can remember, is probably like 4 years old, watching Star Wars. And I remember my dad had the original trilogy on VHS and watching, and it wasn't the George Lucas special edition, future installments or future add-ins to the original trilogy. It was literally the original trilogy in its complete perfect form. And I remember watching that for years. I would just watch those movies all the time. And then my dad introduced me to horror. It was more like I think horror was more gradual because I was young and he didn't really want me to watch like horrible stuff. But probably when I was like 10, 11, I started watching like Evil Dead and Exorcist and all these horror movies that I've come to love. Halloween, I watched by myself. No one actually really introduced that to me. I just watched it on AMC because they do their Fear Fest every October, which is great. I don't watch it anymore because I have so many horror movies now that I could just have my own Fear Fest. But I remember just watching movies, whether it be on TV or VHS or whatever. I remember my room specifically because that's where we keep all the movies. I don't know why. I guess it was just a bigger room in the house. We would have, and I was also like a video game child. Like I played a bunch of video games. I'm not even like that big into video games now, but I just remember like where I slept. I had a bunk bed with my brother Matt, my stepbrother Matt. He slept on the top. I slept on the bottom. And when you look out, you'd see all of these shelves with just a ton of VHS tapes, with Disney movies and with it was basically like family friendly stuff. Like anytime I watched a horror movie with my dad, it was kind of in secret, or like even my mom. My mom, I remember she was watching this movie. I think it was called like Valentine or Valentine's Day or something. It's like a slasher from the early 2000s. And I was young. And I remember my mom was watching it and she didn't want me to watch it. But what I did was I like was really quiet and I like snuck up kind of behind her. And my mom, when she's watching a movie, she's focused, right? My mom also really introduced me to a lot of movies as well. I'd go to the theater all the time with my mom. And I still wish I lived closer because she would be my movie partner. Like we'd go and see a bunch of movies together, my mom and I. And we did. But I remember she was watching this movie, her and my dad, or her and my stepdad, and I just like walked behind them and I just like I sat kind of behind them to the point where they couldn't see me where the couch is located. And then I would just like go kind of towards the open crevice and I'd be able to watch the horror film that they were watching. And I don't know. I think they probably knew, but they didn't really care. Why can't we super chat with you? I don't have that function yet. You have to be a partner to have that function. But when I do have that, hopefully someday, if I ever get partnered, which I'm just happy with what I have, to be honest. If I ever get partnered, I will definitely put super chat on there to be available. I think that would just be a great way to support the channel and a great way to support the community. From being named Engelbert. Yeah. So for those of you who missed it, my brother Matt, I was talking about how his dad almost named him Engelbert Humperdinck. It's a real story. His name's Matthew Storm now, so obviously his name's not Engelbert Humperdinck, but I couldn't imagine that. That would just be awful, going through life being called like Engelbert Humperdinck. Jaron Talks Movies. This guy, guys, go check out his channel. He has great content. Jaron Talks Movies. You can just find him by typing that in. He has great content. Definitely go check him out. Subscribe to his channel. I definitely want to do. Jaron, that's awesome to hear you. You're also killing it with your channel. You have some great content, and I definitely appreciate the support. It's awesome. Film Stocks, how's it going? Another guy. Again, go check out Chris's channel. He does a lot of Marvel, a lot of Star Wars stuff, and he has some great movie insight, and he's just a really, really nice guy. So super genuine. Definitely go check him out, and hopefully we can collab on the channel soon. So that would be awesome. By the way, I'm like sweating. My office is literally the hottest room in the entire apartment. I don't know why. It doesn't get like the AC never. Here, hold on. I'm gonna ask my wife if she can turn on the AC real quick because I'm like melting in here. You turn on the AC, please. I'm like melting. It is so hot. Hopefully she turns on the AC and you don't have to see my sweaty, disgusting face anymore. Look at Baby Yoda, or man, it keeps throwing me off. It's like reversed. Look at that beautiful, cute face. That's the face you want to look at. Guys, hit that like. Thank you so much, Jaron. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, hit that like button if you enjoy the stream. Share a video with a friend, and let's continue to build this community. Oh, my wife turned on the AC. I gotta tell her thanks. Thanks. Okay. I have no idea what that means, Numanoid. Sorry, man. I don't know what that means. Do you want to burn down Peter Jackson's legacy with that? Oh my gosh. Holy cow. There's another jump. It does that. I'm still getting used to StreamYard, by the way. So I'm trying my best. I'm still getting used to it. I'm trying to see which ones are like questions. There's some great conversation in the chat. Keep it up, guys. Okay, here we go. Did you ever read the book The Disaster Artist? It is so much better than the movie adaptation. I have not, but it's definitely on my list. I really want to read it. It's I love the movie quite a bit. I think the movie's awesome. It's really funny, but it's also like got some great drama in it. And James Franco, to me, it's his best performance. I don't think I've ever seen a performance where he's been so um, what's the word that I'm looking for? Where he's been so committed. You know, it just seemed like he was willing to transform himself into the role, and I think that that's such a nice sight to see with somebody like James Franco. So I've not seen The Disaster Artist, or I haven't read The Disaster Artist, but I have seen the movie. So great movie. Okay, you are correct. Nathan is the reason I found you. Yeah, Nate's awesome. Nate is, for those of you who don't know, I mean, obviously a lot of you do know, but he's one of my good friends. We know each other in person. What you see, I'll just say this about Nate: what you see on camera is what you get in real life. He really is such a genuine, nice guy. He brings a lot of energy. He's super fun to talk to, and a lot of the time, like when we hang out, like we hang out a lot more than when we make videos. Like that's not really the word I'm trying to say. When we hang out, we don't like. To me, like personally, I love making videos with him, but like my first instinct is not to make a video with him because he is just so much fun to be around. We have some really good conversation outside of off camera that I think is just really really fun. And we have a group chat with. He has a friend that is now my friend because I met him through Nate, and his name is Jackson. And I want this guy to make YouTube videos so bad, and Nate does too. This guy has such good movie knowledge and movie insight. Like honestly, if he made a channel, it wouldn't surprise me if he had like a couple thousand subscribers within like a month. Like he is so smart, and he's really all about like the Criterion Collection, and he has just some really really good takes on film. And he actually is going to school for acting. His name's Jackson. He's a really really awesome guy. He did a video with Nate. I don't know how far back you guys can look. He did one of the Barnes and Noble Criterion videos with Nate a couple of years ago. That guy is awesome. I would love for him to make videos on YouTube. The thing about with him though is he's not like the type of person that likes being on camera a lot. But if we can get like enough people to like bombard Nate and bombard my channel, we can show it to Jackson, and maybe, just maybe, he'll like makes like a podcast or something. Cause like I want his content. Like he would be so good in the space. And so Nate, Jackson, and we all have our group chat, and we talk a lot about film, and we talk a lot about Criterions. Which, by the way, guys, I did buy a couple more Criterions. They are coming in the mail this week. I decided to buy them online, and I will be doing an unboxing video or showing you what those movies are. I'll make a video this week, so stay tuned for that. It's only a couple movies. It's not like a big haul. It's just a couple. Okay. Nick, what are your Sunday fun day night plans? Well, the Yankees won, so I don't have to finish the game. They won 9-7, which is great. I don't know. Usually Sunday, I just like to relax a lot with my wife. Probably spend some time with her a little bit. Eat some food. Probably eat dinner. We eat dinner a little late. Sunday's kind of just a day to relax. Tomorrow, my wife and I, we both work, so we'll have things that we have to get done. But yeah, and I also like to make videos or record videos on Sunday. So I'll have a video that I'm going to record tonight after I'm done with the stream. The Oscars didn't exist when he made his great silent films. That's true, but he did make films after the Oscars, because the Oscars, hold on. When did the Oscars start? Let's go. 1929. He made a lot of films around that time period. Like, you look at some of his films, like his later films, like Limelight or um, The Great Dictator. I think that was like in the, I want to say, late 30s or early 40s. I want to say. So he did make quite a bit of films that could have, should have gotten some consideration. Like he was nominated, but he never won an Academy Award for directing, acting, or screenplay, which is the three things that you would think that he would be nominated for. No, he won, or that he would win for. No, he won for Best Original Score, which is so astounding to me. Like that's amazing. When I learned that fact, I was blown away. What's up, Mick William? Good to see you, man. How's it going? I hope all is well. I hope you're doing well, man. It's good to see you in here. Appreciate it, man. Always enjoy seeing other people exploring new films. 250, that would be a gauntlet, but I'm sure you can do it. Thanks, Film Stock. Thanks, Chris. I hope I can call you Chris. Yeah, it's going to be a little different. So I don't want to get into specifics, but it's essentially going to be like, I'm going to do one video this week that is going to kind of hint at what my plan is for this 250 films that I missed video. So during the week, when I make some new content, you'll look at a couple of the videos that I do, and you could probably piece together my thought process on it. So that's all I'm gonna say. I am pretty excited when I actually kind of formulate that, because it is just in like the early stages. But I definitely want to get started this month. I'm just trying to like figure out exactly what my criteria is and how I want to present everything. Let's see. Do you prefer Halloween 2, 1981 or Halloween 2018? This is a tough question for me, Art. I like both films, but both films have things that I really don't like. I would say I prefer Halloween 2 from 1981. I think Halloween 2018 is a great film to bring back the franchise and really to put slashers back on the map. And so I understand it for that perspective, why they did certain things. I hate the humor, though. I will never get past the fact that they build up all this tension and suspense, and then they completely, just let it go to waste with horrible humor that's just not even funny. It just felt like Danny McBride had to do something in the script. You know what I mean? It's like Danny McBride was just like, all right, well, I got to put some zany jokes in there that aren't even funny, that are just really stupid. So I would say Halloween 2. My biggest problem with Halloween 2, though, is if you're telling me that it's it coincides the same night as the original Halloween, I would say there's no way. Michael is completely different. His character completely changes in Halloween 2, and there was a motive to the madness in the first Halloween that I love. He was a predator stalking his prey throughout the entire film, and whereas like Halloween 2, he just goes around and just kills everyone, just kills everybody for no reason. And it's just it's dumb to me. Like I love that predator angle of Michael. I love that they do that. And to me, they don't. It feels like they're not very patient with him in the second film, and they just kind of want to have cannon fodder. And I'm not a big fan of that. But I would prefer Halloween 2 over Halloween 2018, to be honest. How's it going, Marvel fan? Good to see you, man. It's great to see you in the chat. Did you see my new video? I did not. I'll have to check it out, McWilliam. Let me pencil that one. I'll go to your channel right now, and I'll put it to my watch later list. That's awesome, dude. I was gonna ask you, did you eat more celery? But I guess you did. Hey, dude, eat your greens, man. I love that you're eating your vegetables. You're definitely setting a great example for those of us who don't eat our vegetables. So thank you for that. I saw Valentine's Day. It was a B slasher. Yeah, it's not a great movie. I watched it probably a year and a half ago again for the first time since I was a little kid, and it's not a good movie at all. Like I actually really don't like it in terms of a slasher film. I can't find Jared Talks Movie. It's Jaren. So Jaren. He was in the chat, so you can go up to the chat and find him. Jaren Talks Movies. What's your dream job? My dream job, dude, is to make film. Make movies. I was gonna say make films, but I guess the S never came out. It's to make movies. I that's my dream. That's my goal. That's really why I started my YouTube channel. I'm right now in the process of writing a short film that I'm going to be producing, directing, starring, and editing by the end of this year, and then I'm going to put it out on the award circuit, not award circuit, but the festival circuit. And I'm very excited. So we'll see. That's my dream job. My realistic job, which I have to be realistic. I'm married. My wife and I were going to start a family within the next couple of years. That's the hope. My realistic job, I don't really know yet. I graduated in social media marketing with a business management degree, and it's a little challenging. I plan on doing some more schooling, probably either doing law school or doing a master's, getting my MBA. But I'm leaning towards law school, to be honest with you. So my realistic job, it's not like my dream job, but like realistically to be a lawyer. And then my dream job, though, is to be a filmmaker. Limelight was his last great film and one of the last, if not the last, popular silent films. Haven't seen it. I thought, wasn't there? Maybe I'm confusing it with something else. I thought Limelight was a talkie, though. But I guess it is a silent film. I mean, you've seen it, so you would know better than me. There was a movie that was like, I can think of the Criterion cover right now. Chaplin's older. He has white hair. It doesn't look. It's kind of like a torso shot, like the upper torso. So you only see like this part and then like the head. I thought that movie was a talkie, but maybe that's not Limelight that I'm thinking of. But yeah, it's surprising to me that he never won an Oscar for anything other than score. That to me is just crazy. I remember seeing Jackson on Nate's channel, and I 100% agree. He should make a channel. Yes, let's get that trending. Jackson, make a channel. He's awesome, man. He's so smart. He's so entertaining. I think he is one of the funniest guys ever. Like it was after we watched Rise of Skywalker. All three of us we talked on the phone for like 2 hours. We did like this huge, just like chat, like phone chat. And we literally talked for 2.5 hours, and Jackson was saying some of the funniest things that were so spot on and so correct about how both of us felt, how all three of us felt about the Rise of Skywalker. And he's so entertaining. I think I'm telling you right now, and I'm dead serious, if he started a YouTube channel, this guy would instantly be popular. I think that the community needs somebody like him. He provides an energy that I don't think a lot of people possess, and I think that he would have I think he would surpass Nate in terms of like viewership and subscribers. And Nate even knows that. Both Nate and I, we know that he would be super popular on the platform. I would love to do a video with Jackson in the future. That's something that is not out of the realm of possibility. I haven't really talked to him about it, but we'll see. I'd love to do a video with Nate, Jackson, and I. Like that's the dream video. Wherever we can make it work. I mean, he lives in Arizona. He's about like 2 hours or maybe 3 hours away from where Nate lives. I live in Utah. So we'd have to figure it out, but it would be awesome if maybe next year, like that could be our hope, in like July, we all meet together and do a Criterion shopping video. Like, oh, that would be amazing. We'll see. And by the way, let me just tell you this. Jackson bought like 50 Criterions this sale. I'm not even kidding. He bought so many. So yeah, let's see. Which Laurie Strode wig do you prefer, Halloween 2 or 2018? I'm trying to think of what it looked like in Halloween 2. Halloween 2, Laurie Strode. I don't even remember what it looks like. Oh, man, it's hard. I used to have the biggest crush on Jamie Lee Curtis, especially after the first Halloween. I would probably have to say Halloween 2018, though. It looks more like real hair, I guess. Like Halloween 2, you could tell that it's a wig for sure. And it kind of looks almost like like what is that? Like the broomstick, the hairs on the broomstick, like a regular broomstick. I don't know what that like what the texture word like the word for that texture is. But that's kind of what it looks like. So I'd have to say the 2018 version, yeah. What do you do for a living? Right now, I run the social media for my wife's grandparents' business. So they help people qualify or eliminate, or they help people qualify for Medi-Cal to reduce or eliminate nursing home costs in the greater Southern California area. It sounds really complicated, but it's not so much once you figure it out. Um, but yeah, I do that. My wife, she is an engineer. She works for a company here in Salt Lake, and she's a civil engineer. Uh, I don't have kids, so I can say for sure that I don't love them, hate them, but they might murder me. So yeah, I love kids, man. I mean, I think kids are great. They're a lot of fun. I definitely want to be a dad. You know, that's definitely the dream. So yeah, that'd be cool. Nick, have you visited the Halloween 5 Myers Mansion in Utah? What? No, I haven't. I gotta visit this. I really didn't even know that it was shot. Like part of it was shot in Halloween. I'm gonna have to check that out, dude. Thank you for putting that on my list of things to do while I'm in Utah. Right now, it's hard because of COVID. We've only been living in Utah for a few months. In April, we moved to Utah. So yeah, I definitely have to do that while I'm in Utah, man. Maybe I'll make a video. Actually, not maybe. I will definitely make a video if I go and visit that house. So when a man loves a woman, she has a socket, Nathan. Not I don't pick up what you're putting down. Uh, you're a Halloween buff. Yeah, that's awesome, man. I love Halloween, so I'm happy, Art, that you're on the same boat on the same team as me. I love the Halloween franchise. Nick, would you be friends with Tina in Halloween 5? I don't know. She's annoying, man. I Here's the thing. My problem with Halloween 5 is not that the fact that they make Tina the main character. I mean, she's annoying. My biggest complaint is why do you kill off Rachel? She is the best. She's one of the best final girls of all time, like in any franchise. I love Rachel from Halloween 4. She's amazing. She shows that women can totally mess up Michael Myers. Like she's awesome. Um, and they kill her off in Halloween 5. It's just it's unfortunate. They do a lot. They do the same thing that they did in Friday the 13th Part 2. They do the exact same thing where they killed off Alice in that movie, but you just replace it with Rachel. So yeah. I don't know if I'd be friends with Tina, to be honest. She is annoying. And I wouldn't want to go anywhere near Michael Myers, so I'm good. I'm good. Um, Jaron Talks Movies did a review for The Rental. He did. Yeah, he did. Great review, by the way. I've not seen The Rental. I'm gonna wait. I don't know. I haven't. I've heard like mixed things. I've heard from some people that it's great, and I've heard from other people that it's not very good. So I don't have any plans on watching it right now. It's not really on my list. My list is like Greyhound. I still need to watch Old Guard. I've heard Old Guard is pretty good. I'm trying to think of other ones that I missed. I know I missed a couple more. I want to watch My Spy, even though I've heard it's not very good. But I wanted to watch. I've wanted to watch it for at least uh, a few months. So yeah, I don't know. Would you date James Charles? Well, that is. I'm happily married, so no, I'm good. Um, Thank you for the question, Nick William. I don't even follow James Charles. I really don't know anything about him. I mean, I know that there's like controversy with him or something, but I don't watch the beauty tube community. I don't I don't involve myself with that community. It's just and there's toxic communities everywhere, but that seems like one of the most toxic communities, I think. Um, so yeah. Uh, San Francisco, LA, and New York City. Were you directing that to somebody else, Art? San Francisco, LA, and New York City. Yeah, you're probably directing that to someone else. All right, guys. Well, this has been a great stream. I've had a lot of fun talking. It's been fantastic. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my night. I definitely suggest you guys do the same. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Go watch a movie, go spend time with family, go play a video game, whatever you want to do. You do you, and you have a good time doing it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel. It's free to subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate all the support that you guys give me. Share a video with a friend. Probably not this one, but like, share. You can share one of my other videos that I did the past, I don't know, few of them. Go share. I'll give you a specific one to share. Give me a second. Go share good movies you never knew existed. That is a video that I'm super proud of, and I had a lot of fun making. It was fun. Thank you, Jeff, so much. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We will be back at this again every Sunday. So next Sunday, probably around the same time, 7:30, I will be doing another live stream, and let's continue to grow the community and to help each other out. Definitely go check out Film Stocked on YouTube. Go check out Jaron Talks Movies. Go check out McWilliams64 if you like eating celery. Go check out everyone that I mentioned because they're all amazing. And if you guys make videos, help each other out. I would love to continue to have this community grow. Definitely go check out Zoe as well. I know Zoe's making some stuff. Tomas, I don't know if you make some stuff, but yeah, or Art. I mean, everyone go check out all of this. Go check out all of the amazing content creators. Film Stocked, I would love to collab, man. We gotta figure it out. We'll message each other on Instagram and figure it out. I'm down to do that this month, like for sure. I have a lot of space in August, so I'm still trying to figure things out. Sorry, Matt. I'll answer these last couple of questions. Sorry, Matt. Do you prefer San Francisco, LA, or New York City? Probably New York City. It's kind of funny. My wife's from San Diego, but I've never even been to LA, and I've never been to San Francisco either. So I'd have to choose New York City because that's the only place I have experience with. I like New York City quite a bit. It's a little overhyped, but I'm a Yankee fan, so I could go into the city and watch a Yankee game. Patiently waiting for your celery videos. Nathan, how's it going, Nathan? Thanks for joining at the tail end of this thing. We're gonna wind it down, but yeah, I don't know if I'm ever going to make a celery video. Maybe I'll have to collab with McWilliam sometime. McWilliam, Nate, and I will eat celery and just talk about movies and life. That'd be fun. I'm starting a podcast in January. That's awesome, dude. Give us the details. Let us know. I'm down to listen to your podcast. Let me know where I can find it, if it's going to be on YouTube or whatever. Everyone go check out Art. And let's all get hyped up for that podcast. Also, let me give a quick shout out to Film Stocked real quick. He might not be here anymore. He might have left. But Film Stocked, this guy right here, he's doing a new podcast, and him and his good friend Trevor, Film Geeks, really cool dudes. They do like a live stream every week on Chris's channel. They have great chemistry. They're really good friends, kind of like how Nate and I are really good friends. They are doing a new podcast. And it is going to be called, let me get the exact name of it. If Film Stocked, if you're here, which I don't think you are, yeah, I don't think he is. It'd be cool if he could share with you all what it's going to be. Okay. The Film Saga podcast. It is going, yeah, you can go follow them on Instagram. Here, I'm going to link it really quick. Go follow them on Instagram. I don't know when they're going to actually start the podcast. There's the information right there. So the Film Saga podcast, him and Trevor, they're going to do this new podcast. I'm really looking forward to it. Hoping maybe someday I could be a guest on it. That'd be really awesome. We'll see. I'm not going to put words in their mouth, but that'd be a lot of fun. But I'm looking forward to listening to it, and definitely go check it out. Give them some love. It'll be a lot of fun. But anyway, guys, yeah, and make sure you guys go subscribe to Film Stocked. He has awesome content, and his channel is growing really, really, really insanely. Yeah, he's doing such a great job. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm officially gonna end it this time. Definitely go check out that link that I just sent everybody in the chat, and I'll see you guys next Sunday. Okay, have a great week, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.